Hey Spirit Tribe, Gigi here with Spirit Readings, and I'm so glad and so happy that you're able to join me here today, taking a look at the month of April for Leo, wherever you happen to have Leo in your birth chart, or if you're just wanting to check in on a Leo, hello and welcome. I'm so glad you're able to be here today. Now, please keep in mind that there are so many of us, so not everything may resonate, and that's perfectly okay. You can set it to the side for someone else or for later even. You know, it may make more sense as events continue to unfold. Anything and everything is possible when we believe. So if it doesn't apply, you just go on ahead and you let her fly. No harm, no foul, no big deal. If you are new here, please keep in mind that I have had strokes, so that affects my memory. I can struggle to find my words. I also have tremors, which can make shuffling a challenge. I can struggle with my grip. So just bear with me, you guys. You know, the message gets out the way that it is meant to. Leo, you are getting a bonus in this reading. Thank you so much for running them numbers up in March's reading. If you would like a bonus in your next month's reading, make sure you run them numbers up on this reading. Thank you so much. It is greatly appreciated. Everything that you need to know about me, about this channel, you can find that in the description down below, so make sure you check that out. So all right, Leo, the sun was in Leo and Mercury when I was born, so you better believe that I'd be paying attention to the messages here as well. So all right, this part here, you can look at it as being past, present, future. You can look at it as being all present, all future. However it resonates for you personally, make sure you're paying attention. You know, when your spidey senses start tingling, you guys, that is your intuition letting you know, hey, this message is for us, or whoa, this message is totally not for me, you know. So okay, let's see, there we go. Let's reveal this one first. Ooh, listening to wisdom here, you guys. You know, sometimes we need to just get off by ourselves, quiet, and open our hearts, open our minds, open our ears, really listen. Birds are messengers. It looks like that is a crow bringing you a message, and crows are really wise, you guys. Like, they are smart as heck. So, you know, messages on the wind, our higher self, our guides, our angels, you know, ascended masters, you know, trying to give us messages, lead, guide us, you know, wanting us to tap into our divine wisdom. Okay, we have meditation to dig deep here, you guys. So, ooh, you know, lots of meditating, lots of listening, opening ourselves up, becoming one with nature here. You can do some earthing, you know, get outside barefoot and, you know, check in on your root system. It looks like that one has some help digging deep there. So how cute is that? Your familiar friend, like, I'm gonna help you dig so deep. We're gonna get to China. You know, we have to dig deep, you guys. You know, we can't just take what's on the surface, you know. We have to be willing to dig deep, learn more, really go all in here, you guys. And we have learn from life coming in here. You know, life be life and a little too hard sometimes, you guys. But you know, everything is on the other side of that door here, you know, her next adventure. And, you know, we can read all about it in books, but if we never experience anything, you know, life's a dance, we learn as we go, you guys. I'm hearing that old John Michael Montgomery song there. So, you know, you can't go back and undo or fix anything in the past, but you can, you know, learn the lesson from it to, you know, maybe the lesson comes back around in the future. Maybe it's not exactly the same, but you have that knowledge within yourself, you guys, to be like, you know, I really regretted not doing such and such last time. So, you know, life is all about risks and the choices that we make at the time, you guys. So, all right, let's see what's going on in the love department here, Leo. This can include yourself, your friends, your family, significant other. You know, some people are married to their jobs. So if that fits you, then, you know, literally anywhere you have love, you guys. So keep that in mind. No shame, no judgment here. I love what I do, you know, so that makes it even better, right? When you love what you do. Okay, all right, we got the diamond. You'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. Maybe you're getting engaged. Maybe you're getting married. Maybe it's your diamond anniversary or something, you know, you guys. So, but diamonds, right? They're made through a lot of pressure, you guys. So maybe you're a diamond in the rough yourself, you know what? But that's okay, you know. We also have the stork coming in here, news of a birth or a new business opportunity. So if you're like, Gigi, I ain't having no more babies, or I ain't having babies, period. Look at it as a new business opportunity. If that's what you're pouring your love into, you guys, if that's your baby, then so be it. Oh my goodness, we have some lightning here. Control your anger or you will be sorry. So, you know, if you find you're being a little hot-headed here lately, you know, even better to go off by yourself, meditate, woo-saw, let go of that negativity, let go of that anger, you guys. You know, it's not going to do anyone any good. It can really get in your way, you know, block your blessings from coming in. So woo-saw right on out the door. And I'm not saying you don't have valid reasons to be angry. So don't take it like that, like, oh, let's just push it under the rug or something, you know. Honor your feelings and, you know, dig deep to find out, why am I even feeling this way, you know. And then sometimes, you know, we have to really decide, is this me or am I picking up on feelings from other people, you know, absorbing them, you know. It could be that as well. Or maybe someone around you is really angry, you know, so it could be that as well. All right, let's see what's going on in career and finances here for you, Leo. I always like to know what's going on with my money, honey. Tell me, tell me. I hope it's all good things here, you know, like $1 million. That would be wonderful. Okay, we have the tortoise here, slowly but surely getting ahead. I actually love the tortoise. I keep a tortoise nearby me to remind me that slow and steady wins the race. You know, because when we think about how we're building our empire and we're building it to last, you guys, you know, we start with that strong, steady foundation and we keep going, and it goes from start to finish, you know, till we're no longer on this plane anymore. So, you know, it's okay for things to take their time, especially the good things, you know, like I want to reap all the goodness all the time. And if it takes a little longer, then hey, that just means that blessing is huge, is how I'm choosing to see it. We have the ink pot, problems to be resolved. So, you know, you can see it's messy there, you guys. That ink pot has spilled over. There's ink everywhere. Slow down, you know. That tortoise is here to tell you, slow down, pay attention to your work, you know, make sure all the T's are crossed, I's are dotted, you know, everything's on the up and up. Read that fine print before you sign anything. And, you know, problems are temporary, you guys. So, you know, don't make mountains out of molehills. We also have the star for guaranteed success. Hey, hey, I will take that. With the star, I also feel Aquarius energy. Star is Aquarius is represented by the star in Tarot, if I can get it out right. And Aquarius is Leo's opposite on the zodiac wheel. So I'm married to an Aquarius. He has it in his sun sign. So opposites attract sometimes, or they can be too different sometimes too. But you're guaranteed success here. And, you know, in Tarot, the star is all about, you know, hope, faith, keeping our dreams alive and going for things, you guys. You know, I love that star showing up. Yes, please. I'm a star. Thank you so much. My granddad used to always call me the boss and the TV star, so I'll take it. Thank you, Granddaddy. Always checking in, always letting me know. All right, let's see what's happening in life for us, Leo. Life do be lifing a little too hard. Sometimes I'm like, hey, yo, why don't you pump your brakes or use some Vaseline? And life be like, nah, bro, you can handle it. Come on. And I'm like, oh, okay. That one came out and I'm going to take it because look at us showing up here for ourselves. Leo the Lion, time to act. So now we've had ourselves. So really check in with yourself. I feel like when cards show up that represent, you know, a certain sign, that is your sign to check in with yourself, your own inner fire, your own root system. You know, maybe your chakras need some balancing, realignment, but it's time to act here on something, you guys. And I feel like you know what it is. But you also have this whale here, great worry over nothing. Like I said, making mountains out of molehills, turning a fish into a whale, you know, all that worry. And where did it get you? What did it do? Things probably turned out way better than what you were worrying about. So, you know, your guides and angels are like, look, we got you, bro. All right, we have the cup. You should accept valid criticism. Now, it says valid criticism here. So this isn't just from some Joe Blow off the street, right? Like, I feel like this is a trusted advisor, a mentor, someone that's pouring their time and their energy into you. And, you know, they want to see you succeed. So I don't feel like they're being mean, you know, or trying to hurt your feelings. They want to see you succeed and have the things that you are wanting. So keep that in mind. You know, don't just take whatever, you know, someone that doesn't really know you or your situation has to say to heart, you guys. You know, they can go in the corner and drink their haterade or whatever, you know. Sometimes it does come from people who are jealous too. So, I mean, there's that. But like I said, for this, I'm feeling like it's someone that is pouring a lot of love, time, care, you know, into you. You know, it could be a parent even. So, you know, if that resonates, so be it. We also have the dog close up, pleasure with a close friend. So, you know, getting together, maybe having a cup of tea, maybe spilling the tea a little bit too, you know, I mean, it's possible, you know, but I feel like you need to get something off your chest here as well. That could be part of what this anger is about. Maybe it's, you know, there are times when we think we're over something and it comes up in layers, and it could be years down the road. Like, for instance, I didn't realize I was mad at my grandma for passing away and leaving me until it came up. And I had to deal with it, you guys. You know, I had to let it be seen, felt, heard, and send it on its way. And, you know, because I knew she wouldn't have left me if you know, it wasn't her time, right? But still, feelings are weird like that when grief is involved. So, you know, and then you feel kind of guilty for being mad at them too. So it's like a double-edged sword or something. But work through things, you know, as they come up, you guys, and know that you're in control of your feelings instead of letting them control you and run rampant. You know, we are in our Empress era here, whether we're male or female, because we all have divine feminine, divine masculine within us. And, you know, the Empress just knows that things are going to be okay and go her way. So, all right, let's get a message from the moon here. The moon is all about changes in our lives. The moon herself goes through her changes, you know, her phases, her cycles from new to full. She is beautiful, wonderful, and amazing in whatever phase she happens to be in, and so are you. So let's get a message from Mama Moon here for Leo. What is it that Leo needs to know here? Right, Leo. Leo, Leo, Leo. Leo, Leo, Leo. Let's see what else. All right, that one there. Okay, so we got a few messages here. We have full moon in Cancer. Let your fears dissolve. Yes, you guys, you know, your fear, your anger, your doubt, negativity, worry, woo-saw right on out the door with that mess, you know. Let them be seen, felt, heard, you guys. And, you know, as they come up, you know, Cancer is water. Water is the power of the emotions. And like I said, learning to control your emotions, be in control instead of letting them control you and run rampant, you know. Balance in everything is crucial, vital, and necessary. You have new moon in Taurus. Know your worth. Yes, you guys, you know, we were born worthy of having, you know, everything that we want, need, desire, you know. So Taurus is that earth energy. Earth, you know, like I said, it does take a long time, maybe the course of your whole life. So don't let the, oh man, it's taking so long, you know. We tend to have a fast food mentality of, I've placed my order, by the time I get around, I expect it to be hot, fresh, ready, good to go. But, you know, it doesn't work that way. And especially if you're wanting soul food, you know, appreciate the time that it takes and show your gratitude. And, you know, hey, I'm thankful that even though this took a little longer, it arrived right on time, right when I needed it to. It was not late. You know, even though, you know, it's hard sometimes. We have to stay in alignment, you guys, and that can be really hard. But, you know, keep in mind, how does it feel? You know, imagine if you already have whatever it is that you're wanting. How does that feel? What is your thought process? You know, and that helps you stay in alignment to draw it into you. So when you realize that you're literally manifesting all the time, you guys, I feel like that's a game changer. You know, you become more aware of your thoughts and your feelings when you're saying things, because, you know, the universe doesn't just pick up on the words we're saying. The universe is like, oh, but your feelings and your thoughts are saying you want more of the bad things instead. Like, whoa, 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 no, no, no. You know, so sometimes it is hard to stay in alignment, but we have to dig deep and become more aware, you guys. So, all right, let's see what else Leo needs to know here. All right, Leo, okay. This one here says, pick me, pick me. Oh my goodness, new beginnings. And look, another archway, you guys. We have to be willing to go through the archway, to go through the door. Everything we want is on the other side, you know, and not letting fear, doubt, worry get in the way, rob you, block your blessings from coming through. You know, look at that. I would love to be there. I mean, birds, the sun, you can see the moon, mountains, like everything. Butterflies for a transformation. Oh my goodness, you guys, you know, everything is on the other side. We have to be willing to go. You know, it's time to act. All right, let's get a daily healing message here for Leo. Let's see what Leo needs to know. Ooh, look at the clouds, up in the clouds. Some of them look like they could be rain clouds, but, you know, we need the rain. Be aware that your thoughts and feelings are just as impactful as your actions. Yes, you guys, you know, I just touched on that, you know, with when we're manifesting all the time, to be aware of our thoughts and our feelings, because, you know, they send out messages just as well as what we're speaking does. So, all right, let's get a star seeds message here for Leo, if I can even talk today. I do be struggling. Ooh, I like that. That's a pretty background there. Gratitude. Did I not already say that, you guys? Universal love shines through the miracles of life all around you. You know, appreciate everything, you guys. You know, appreciate where you've been, who you've been, where you are, and who you're gonna be and where you're gonna go, you guys. You know, it all works hand in hand there. All right, let's get a bonus here for you. This is the universe has your back. All right, what does the universe want Leo to know here? Thank you, universe, for your guidance, your wisdom, and your truth in all matters, in all things, and at all times. All right. Ooh. I choose love no matter what. Yes, you guys, you know, if you want love, you know, and you're open and you're ready to receive it, I feel like it is there. It is available. It could be part of your new beginnings here. You know, you have the stork as well. If you are, you know, falling in love and wanting to expand your family, that's available here as well. April showers. You know, they do what? They bring May flowers. So go on ahead and let it rain, you guys. Soak up all the goodness, you know, growth, change, things blooming because of this good rain. You know, you've set your seed or planted your seed in very fertile soil, and now, you know, you're waiting for that harvest, you guys. And the more good that you put out into the universe, the more good you are going to reap. So tenfold even, you guys. So, you know, when we choose love and we pour more love into ourselves, into other people, into situations, more love comes back to us. You know, love is a choice, just as happiness is a choice. So you can choose to love or you can choose to hate. So you have to pick here, you guys. And there's no in between is what I'm hearing here. It's either there or it's not. So I feel like you know exactly, you feel that in your soul, you guys. So, all right. Leo, these are your messages. I hope you enjoyed them. If you did, please leave me a comment down below. Make sure you smash the heck out of that like button. Run them numbers up on this reading for a chance at a bonus in your next month's reading. If you haven't already and you find you keep coming back here, please subscribe to the channel. You guys, that truly means so very much to me. I love growth. I love expansion. I love being able to interact with you guys. So, like I said, April showers is the theme. Let it rain. You know, maybe you're wanting more love, or, you know, you're wanting that rain, or maybe you're wanting it to rain on your career and finances, or if you're like me, you're like, let it rain on my life. I want it to rain on everything as a whole so I reap the most benefits, you know. So if that's you, you know, there's more than enough for each and every single one of us. The universe does not run out, you guys. So your blessings and what's meant for you is meant for you. So don't let fear, doubt, guilt even get in there like, oh, I'm worried I'm going to take from someone else. No, that's literally not even possible. You take or you receive what is meant for you. So, all right, you guys, I wish you nothing but the very best. May April, the first full month of spring, just bloom and blossom for you in amazing ways. All right, you guys, from the bottom of my heart, I love and appreciate each and every single one of you, and I want to say thank you, blessed be, namaste, and goodbye.